Everyone, Selena for Who is Jesus today, and I want to take out the time to acknowledge this air collision between these a helicopter and the American airline flight. Yeah, like a lot of you out there, we are waiting for more and more of the information to come out and for things to unravel and for us to get to the truth. Right, to really get to the truth. I am not a frequent air traveler, but I certainly I've had my share of going in planes. If I should say that, it would be enough for me, because I am not a big fan of flying in the air. And just when I begin to kind of enjoy flying in the air, I may hear about some kind of accident again. You see, it took me a little while to become comfortable more with flying. Okay, I'll just let you know this about me in case you didn't know, because I didn't really share it. And I remember just actually flying from New York to Chicago. What's that, like two hours or something? Or I was so uncomfortable. But I also remember the years back when I went to Japan, okay, to Tokyo, Narita Airport in Tokyo, and and I was going to be meeting people there, and I had to get through to make a call and get through the Japanese with the phones, and I remember the most thing I was probably saying then was mushi mushi, okay, which is hello or hi. But and I got a phrase here and there I can say. But yes, and then I remember another long big flight of mine was to travel down to almost the ends of the earth, to that long skinny country on the map called Chile. So that was those were two big international flights, but also traveling from New York to Colombia and landing in Bogota. And there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was a crash also regarding in that area, because when you are going down into Colombia, there's so much there's so much of rugged terrain in the mountains and stuff, and so it is not that easy to fly and to land in that area either. So I'm just sharing that because I know for me, I would rather get around the world and not have to be in the air, but I've gotten more comfortable myself with flying in the air. Well, you can only fly in the air because I don't have wings, but and so I just know that there will be a lot that will be said back and forth, and people will be putting out information that they think that happened and maybe it did not. But I like to say, let's just keep in mind of the victims and the family, and the young lives were lost. All lives are important, but we could just really imagine what actually, with the population of people that were on that plane. And so let's just trust God, people of God, for the truth. And as God guide us to pray for the healing, and you may be aware of some of these people already. You may be living, you know where they live, or relatives at this time, and you are aware of those who are grieving over the loss in the city and the towns, and that God would use you to be there for them. Okay, and so I just want to put that out there that, I've been at the Reagan Airport probably once. It's really massive. Yes. There's an airport that I would rather always avoid, and that is the Los Angeles airport. It's just too much for me. I rather a San Francisco airport. I've been there. So at any rate, I'm called to fly because I've been called also to go to different nations, and I do have some travel that is upcoming, God's willing. And so, yeah, and I've always had that concern. I know so little about the world of aviation, but I am aware that I believe I've heard that taking off, of course, has its risk, but landing has even more risk. Landing, something can really go wrong. And yeah, and so after a long flight, when my plane is coming in and landing, I don't consider myself there until they say you can take off the seatbelt so you can get off the plane, because that landing is crucial. And so I just want to say again, people of God, as you're led, pray, be led in the Holy Spirit. Sometimes less talk and more prayer, and just waiting and learning about what actually happened will be better for all of us, and especially for those who are involved and relatives that has to listen to a lot of information, and some of it is misinformation, and at the same time they are grieving over their loss. So sensitivity is important in times like these. I just shared my experience because I can say I've had apprehensions about flying, and I've gotten set free from a lot of that. But this is a setback, and as it is for some of you out there as well who kind of share some of my same feelings. Okay, but yes, we give our hearts to God, and our time is in His hands. Are some things preventable? I believe so, but I don't have a full theory or theology about that, okay, to share with you. So we hope that they can find out the problem and that it can be avoided. Again, that's how I like to end, and that much prayers and comfort for those who are directly impacted by this tragedy at this time. Those are my thoughts. You can like and subscribe. Until next time, Shalom.